Okay, watch me.
One of my biggest struggles and something that I really need to overcome, talking to a camera. Talking to a camera is probably... Alright, okay, talking to a camera. One of my biggest struggles and something that I really need to overcome, which is why I thought I'd just once a week, I'd just ramble to you for a couple of minutes about stuff that I find interesting. And with that, I just practice putting myself out there, putting myself in front of the camera, acting just like there's a little audience behind it, and that's it. I have a weird relationship with cameras, one of my issues that I need to overcome, finally. I took some notes about stuff that I want to talk about today. I'll just go on for as long as I want to, and then I'll chop it together into something cohesive, hopefully. And for today, I want to start right here, where I am, my studio, on my journey to becoming a professional music producer, which has been a good ride so far. And I've decided this is one of the biggest roadblocks, this, as in me talking to a camera, putting myself out there on social media for people to get to know me, basically. So, who am I? I'm Flotzirkus. I'm a producer, musician from Vienna, and I do this for, 8 years now. I started as a drummer, got into producing, into making beats, into producing sampled instruments. I studied music production and sound design on a conservatory in Vienna. And over the last couple of years, I've been doing numerous projects with different artists in different genres. And I've found that I love working with people on their demos. I like composing from scratch, but I like even more to improve something that somebody already has. It's like this mythical 20% that you get out of every little bit that you improve that the artist probably just didn't notice because they work on the piece of music for ages already. And to really help people shape their vision into an actual record. So I did everything. I did mastering, mixing, beats. I still have a beat store, but I don't feel connected to all that stuff so much anymore. I think it's... don't get me wrong, people that do beats, they make good business, they make good money, whatever, but it's a different form of art in some sense. I feel like writing songs and really working out a piece of music until it's the best it can be is such a different approach than just doing beats and sending it to somebody who does some vocals, and there is no, it's a song that is written on purpose to be the best it can be is much more cohesive. There's much more creative value somehow. I think the message is also much deeper in this case. No, I love to work on great music, and it has to be deep, it has to have a message, it has to be intentional. I think there's much more to music than the hip-hop culture kind of grasps. So that's why I kind of backed off from that hip-hop train that I was on. So I stopped making beats. I work one-on-one with artists. That's what I do. And right now I'm meeting this roadblock. One of my biggest problems is that I struggle to acquire customers regularly enough to really pay the bills consistently. I mean, I have a part-time job, which I'm okay with, but still, if the money was consistent, it would be enough to cover everything, which is my ultimate goal. And I think the reason I struggle to acquire customers is because there is so little about me out there. With every DM that I send, I have to build a connection and I have to build the trust for somebody to give me a lot of money to work on their music, which is very intimate. So I want to ease that process up a little bit by building trust through things like this, because if the more you know about me, the more you know that I'm not going to rip you off and that I'm going to deliver and that I'm going to do good shit with your music. So I need to do this. And my problem is that I struggle to be confident and cohesive and thoughtful on camera, which apparently is not the case right now I don't know, let me know in the comments, whatever. But I have this barrier and I need to overcome it. So I guess I'll just commit to this, which brings me to the next point. I actually wrote this in a note here. Something about commitment that I read earlier, which is super interesting, because in the end, commitment most of the times doesn't start before you start doing things. It's like, it's always you do stuff first and then the commitment comes after. That's the good type of commitment. I wasn't sitting around 16 years old saying, I'm going to do music for the rest of my life for sure. But still here I am 8 years later and all I do is music and I make it work ever since, because the commitment, you know, you do stuff until you can't not do them anymore. That's real commitment. I'm trying to do content for some time now, and the problem is not that I don't have ideas, and the problem is not that I couldn't do it. The problem is that it takes me ages. So I figured the main problem is that I'm not confident on camera, and that I have to do shit like this in order to become fully me, fully confident in front of a camera. And whatever bullshit I talk, whatever stupid faces I make, whatever fucked up posture I have, because in the end I'm still a music producer, I'm not allowed to care. This is the premise of this, of all of this. So you witness it here. This is the start of me getting myself out there on social media. And if you are an artist that writes their own demos, feel free to reach out. We can hop on a call, absolutely free. I give you feedback and we take it from there.